Sometimes in school, we demonstrate what we can do individually. Sometimes we demonstrate what we can do as a team. And today we get to demonstrate what we do all together as one body. So we'll start today, as we always do at CBA, by remembering that we're in the loving and holy presence of God. Gracious and loving God, for the strength you have given us, we thank you. For the health you have blessed us with, we thank you. For the women who are going through breast cancer and their families, we ask you to strengthen and to heal. Lord, we know you want us to be in good health and to prosper. Lord, use us to do the work you have for us to do. For we know time is getting short on earth. Lord, be with every woman who is sick and encourage them as only you can. We know how faithful you are. You have shown yourself to be everything you say you are in your holy word. We praise you, for you made these bodies and you can heal these bodies. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. St. John Baptist de La Salle, live Jesus in our hearts. As I mentioned earlier, we're demonstrating what we can do as one school community. To see 600 people in these pink shirts is an impressive sight. So thank you for your participation early on, and I want to ask you to give a warm welcome to our guests here today. And a few people will speak, and the first one that will speak is Dr. De Jesus.
Good morning, brothers. It is with great pride and humility that I am here in behalf of the Board of Advisors of the American Cancer Society. As Dr. Schlegel said, I am Dr. Arsla De Jesus. I am a radiation oncologist with New York Oncology Hematology. But I am most proud of my role as mom to my 8th grader, Jarvin, who will forever be embarrassed by this statement. I am here because I continue the fight to find a cure for breast cancer, and in the meantime, care for those that are afflicted with this disease. Most importantly, this month is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And when our Community Development Manager, Lizzie Hunter, and I at the board were thinking of ways to engage the community, myself and Chris Dermagosha, did I do well? Perfect. Thought of why not CBA, right? Why not CBA? First of all, you are the future leaders, and I and we and this generation and the future generations depend on your leadership in matters like this. So let me start off by saying that breast cancer happens to be still the most common cancer that afflicts women in the United States. In fact, here's a statistic that I don't like. 1 in 8 U.S. women will be diagnosed with breast cancer in their lifetime. 1 in 8. That is way too many mothers, way too many aunts, way too many grandmothers, way too many future girlfriends of yours. It's way too many, 1 in 8. However, because of research and many clinical trials that have come our way, we have been able to decrease the amount of women with breast cancer dying from this disease, which is a good thing. But all of that happens because of the support from the community. And what I would like to do today is to make you realize that every dollar that you contribute to fundraisers of the American Cancer Society and other organizations makes a huge impact in the lives of women. So it's easy for us to give $1, $5. I'm quite sure, as I said, it's easy, it's probably even fun and to your advantage to be able to give $5 and be able to dress down. Listen, I was educated in a Catholic school. We loved dressing down. So what's $5 so that we can wear our favorite clothes, right? But what I would like you to know is that your $5 means that a woman who does not have insurance will be able to have a mammogram that could potentially diagnose breast cancer, that could potentially save her life. Your $5 means that a cancer patient who does not have any family will have a driver who can bring them from appointment to appointment. Your $5 means we can continue research that may, in the future, potentially find a cure for this disease. So your $5 is not just $5. Your $5 means someone's life can be saved. So I want you to remember that when you go home. More importantly, as I said, education is nothing if you don't put action. It is what you do with what you know that has the most impact. So today, we are asking each and every one of you to take one of these bookmarks, which our amazing real men, Wear Pink Team Camelot, will be distributing to all of you. And I will read it out to you. It says here, Dear Blank. So we would like for you to write the name of of a special woman in your life. It could be your mother, your aunt, grandmother, girlfriend. Dear Blank, today my CBA brothers and I took part in a breast cancer awareness event called Real Brothers Wear Pink. Because you are very special to me, I would like you to have this bookmark in the hope that you will take charge of your health. Breast cancer is the most commonly diagnosed cancer in women in the U.S. About 1 in 8 U.S. women will develop invasive breast cancer over the course of her lifetime. Breast cancer is second only to lung cancer as a cause of cancer death in women. Finding breast cancer early and getting state-of-the-art cancer treatment are the most important strategies to prevent death from breast cancer. Breast cancer that's found when it's small and has not spread is easier to treat successfully. The American Cancer Society recommends that women between 45 and 54 get mammograms annually. Women 55 and older can switch to a mammogram biannually, or they can choose to continue annual mammograms. Screening should continue as long as a woman is in good health and is expected to live 10 more years or longer. Please see your doctor and get screened. Love, your name. So I thank Dr. Schlegel and Mrs. Ward and the administration and faculty of CBA to open their hearts and home and the CBA to us and to this Real Men Wear Pink campaign, and to make it truly unique because we have decided to call it Real Brothers Wear Pink. And we are hoping that you boys will find ways to continue this tradition annually and to continue to raise funds for our cancer patients. Thank you for allowing us to be here. Before we go to the highlight of the program, just a few housekeeping tips. If you boys, men, want more bookmarks, our real men here will have extras, and we will certainly leave it outside for you to take. We also have pink bracelets that we are selling for $1 as part of the fundraising as well. And to end our activity, you all know that we will be going out into the football field to form the largest pink ribbon in the Capital District. I want you all to know that the Real Men Wear Pink campaign of Albany happens to have raised over $164,000 as of today, and that we are actually, and that more money goes into that and is going to be definitely acknowledged, but more importantly, and I'm a very competitive person, and Lizzie as well, we actually happen to be #1 in our country right now. So we beat Cincinnati, Ohio by over about $10,000, so we need to keep this up. All right, so this is actually the highlight of the program, and it is with much pride and joy that I would like to invite our speaker, who is a breast cancer survivor. She has been diagnosed over 5 years ago, so this is her 5th year of being a survivor. Give her a big hand, please. And most importantly, she actually is a kindergarten teacher, so she is very close to everyone's heart here. Please give a warm welcome to Mrs. Frida Hammond-Carmen.
Very, very nervous. Good morning, I'm Frida Hammond-Carmen, and I am a breast cancer survivor. My son, Rick Carmer, is a senior at CBA. My nephews, Dale and Jake Hammond, are in grades 11 and 8. When they contacted me and asked me to come and speak to you today, my first reaction was, no way. How am I going to talk to over 550 boys about breast cancer? How was I going to do that? What would I say to you? How could I make you feel comfortable with it? How could I make myself feel comfortable with it? Then I was talking to my friend Holly Shishik. She made me think, well, you know what, maybe I did have something to say. I remember telling myself when I was sick that I would somehow pay it forward when it was all over. I was so grateful for all that everyone had done for me and my family. So maybe if I share my story, it could take away some of your fears about cancer. Maybe today I could teach you just one little thing based on what I went through to enable you to help someone else. So what do you know, guys? Here I am. I'm going to probably choke up a couple of times, but I'm here to tell you my story about my breast cancer journey. It started a little over 5 years ago on May 17, 2013, when I got a phone call telling me that I was diagnosed with breast cancer. I was just 50 years old, and I had no history of breast cancer in my family. The very first thing that came to my mind was how was I going to be able to tell my husband, my children, and my 80-year-old parents. I knew in my heart that I was going to be fine, but I wasn't so sure how they were going to react to this life-changing diagnosis. So I met with my doctors and we discussed a few options, and they asked me what I wanted to do. My answer was immediate and emphatic. My youngest daughter is only 9 years old, and I want 40 more years with her. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get those 40 years. We decided that a bilateral mastectomy would be my best option. And over the next 6 months, I had my mastectomy and reconstruction surgeries. I was lucky enough not to have my cancer spread, so I did not need radiation or chemotherapy. My support network over those 6 months was more than I could ever have imagined. I had the most generous, kind group of family, friends, co-workers, and neighbors. They rallied around me and my family. This made it easier for me to focus on my health and recovery. While I was going through my cancer crisis, I drew my strength and courage from my husband and children. They were my rocks, and we became a team of survivors together. They refused to let me walk this walk alone. Each of them possessed something to help me fight my fight, to give me strength. And as the weeks and months went on, we started to see our strengths by working together. We discovered what we call our family motto, strength in numbers. Each one of us possessed a quality that made our team stronger. Addie was 9, she was my youngest. She was strength and laughter. She made us laugh on days when we were tired and frustrated. My son Brett represents strength and friendship. Our home was a revolving door with visitors and help. He welcomed everyone with a smile and became everyone's friend. McLean, who had graduated from high school and was just graduated from high school, was getting ready to leave for college to study nursing. Her strength was in caring. She cared for me. She tended my physical wounds and made sure I was taking my medicine and getting my rest and not overdoing it. Our oldest daughter, Taylor, had graduated from college. She represented strength and kindness. She's a kind, sweet, loving soul. She nurtured us and kept us all very balanced. My strength was strength and love. The love shown to me was contagious, and I was surrounded by it. In turn, I loved back deeply, as the love I felt helped to heal me. Last but not least was my husband, Brett. He was our pillar of strength. He represents strength and family. He was fighting to keep his whole, and everything he did was for all of us. We knew that our family may have trouble getting through this alone, but we also learned that together we could do anything. Together we had strength in numbers. CBA here is a brotherhood, a family, and together you too have strength in numbers. You too can make a difference in the life of someone facing a medical challenge such as breast cancer. So here's where I'm going to show you my gratitude and begin to pay it forward. What I would like to share with you today are some ways that you can help and support someone that may be going through treatment. You may know someone currently battling this disease. Maybe it's your mother. Maybe it's your grandmother. Believe it or not, boys, maybe it's your uncle. Your neighbor. Maybe it's your best friend's mother. If not, unfortunately, you will someday know someone in the future that faces this disease. So to help me with the next part, I would like to call some of your brothers. They're also my friends and family, down to help me with it. These are my words of advice to you. Okay, I'm going to start with my friend Hunter. He has an S. S is for stay the course. Try to keep things as normal as possible. If you and your buddies always go to the football game on Friday nights, continue to include your friend, even if his mom is sick. Keep business as usual. T. T is for talk about it. Ask them, how are you feeling? Do you need anything? Your friend may need to talk to you if one of their parents is sick. Maybe they want just to talk about their frustration or their hurt or their anger. And maybe they don't, and that's okay too. R, Freddie. Freddie has R. R is for raise money and awareness. Participate in walks and events that will further research. Continue to do this not just for your community service, but because it is the right thing to do. JMO has E. E is for educate. Educate yourself and others about the disease and how they can prevent it. Coach has N. N is for no excuses. Do something, anything to help. Boys, you will be surprised how helping others can actually help you too. It makes you feel good. Peter has G. G is for God and the power of prayer. Pray and have faith in whatever you believe. Max has T. T is for treat them the same. They are the same person today as they were on the day they were diagnosed. Do not pity them. Tucker has H. H is for help out. Help out by offering to mow your neighbor's lawn, maybe rake the leaves, run some errands. Jack has I. I is for invite and include. Sometimes being busy helps to keep their mind off of their illness. Let them decide whether or not they will go with you. Continue to ask them. Drew has N. N is for never don't do anything. Never don't do anything. Do something. Every little thing counts. It doesn't have to be something big that you're offering to do. Walking your sick neighbor's dog may seem like something easy for you to do, but to someone who is exhausted from their chemo treatment, walking their dog may be a very difficult task for them to do, and it will be greatly appreciated. Remember, never don't do anything out of your own fear because you're afraid and you don't know what to do. Do something because it all matters. My nephew Dale has N. N is for notice your own strengths. What are you capable of doing to help others? Can you drive your cousins to soccer practice for your sick aunt? Or maybe just pick up a pizza for dinner? Can you walk the garbage cans to the curb for your neighbor so they don't have to worry about it? Miles has U. U is for understand. Understand that cancer is not contagious. It's not always a death sentence. Ask an adult if you have questions and fears about the illness. My friend Serge has M. M is for memory. Honor the memory of those we have lost. Don't forget your friends that have lost loved ones in the past. A friend that has lost his dad to cancer 2 years ago lives with that loss every single day. It may seem like 2 years is a long time to you, but to your friend it's still fresh and something they deal with on a daily basis. You could do something to honor their memory. You could donate to a scholarship fund or put their name on a t-shirt to participate in a fundraising walk in their memory. My friend Ben has B. B is for brother. Be a brother. Support your brother. Be there for them. This is what makes CBA special. Brotherhood. Dane has E. E is for entertain. Sometimes laughter is the best medicine. Watch a silly movie together with someone that's sick, or share a funny story from your day. Greg has R. R is for realize. Realize the importance of your friendship. When I was sick, my friend would bring miso soup to me every Friday. She didn't knock on my door or bother me. She would just leave it in the garage refrigerator. That was a small act of friendship that I have never forgotten. And my son Britt has S. S is for share your story. If you've been affected by cancer in your family, reach out to someone else who's living with it. You have an understanding that others may not. You may be able to share with them and lessen their fears. So here it is. What have we spelled out? Strength in numbers. This here is a representation of small ways that people of all ages, from all different backgrounds, with different experiences, they can make a difference in the battle against breast cancer. They are standing together as brothers, together as one, crusaders ready to fight this awful disease. As a mother, I hope you listened long enough to learn one small act of kindness that you can do to make someone's life easier that is battling cancer. Just take one thing back to your family, one thing back to your community to help us in this fight against breast cancer. Do something. Show why real brothers wear pink. Thank you for listening.
Probably every day of your life, your parents at night have said, "What'd you learn in school today?" Well, I think today your answer is pretty easy. Thank you to Mrs. Carmer and to Dr. DeJesus for coming in today. And now, as Dr. DeJesus said, we are going to form up on the field and take a picture as the largest ribbon in the Capital District. So we're going to do that now. We're going to go out by homeroom. And we'll start with our 5th and 6th grade, go out as a home with their homerooms. There'll be instructions when we get outside as to exactly where to go. Our 7th grade. Our 8th grade.
Bill, will you push open that door for me? I think I'm just going to go somewhere up in the stands. I'm not going to go inside. I'm just going to go in the stands. I can't stop it once it starts, so I just got to let it keep going.
Jake, how'd you get this? I bought it for $1. Sean, you got ahead of everyone.
All right, guys, as soon as we get to
Can we have the whole rooms, Andrade, Rizzi, and Leak, please come down in the field?
What's up, Chris?
Andrade, Rizzi, and Leak, come down in the field.
Not me.
Okay, everybody listen. Let me explain how this is going. We are going to bring down homerooms 3 at a time. Field, please stop talking. Silence on the field will place you, and then we'll call the next 3 homerooms. This will go a lot quicker if everyone's quiet and listens. So listen for your homeroom, make your way onto the track, and start walking to the ladder.
Guys, be careful when you walk down the bleachers. They're slippery because they're...
Get off the seats, get on the floor. We can't hold all of you. Get down. Thank you.
Cyrus, eat me.
How's it going?
Best ever.
Take a lunch break. right, guys, listen up. We're going to call you out based on your homeroom teacher. Based on your homeroom teacher. Mr. McGraw's homeroom. Now. Mr. Stanton's homeroom. And Miss Kish's homeroom. Guys, we need a little more cooperation. Stop talking. The next three homerooms are going to be Miss Sayers' homeroom, Mr. Perillo's homeroom, and Mr. Bio Smith's homeroom. The next three homerooms. Mr. Catalano's homeroom, Mr. Agan's homeroom, Ms. Reynolds' homeroom. Mr. Gaines' homeroom. Mr. Scully's homeroom and Mr. De Palma's homeroom.
Eric, see, you kind of got the shirt on. I there. I like that. I like that.
If you are in Miss Sayers or Miss Kish's homeroom and you haven't made your way over to the far end of the loop, do so now. Okay, Mr. Perillo's homeroom, follow Connor in the purple hat. Mr. Whose homeroom is that? Whose homeroom is that? De Palma and Scully can come over here. When you up, gentlemen, at the end of the ribbon, towards the okay, guys, let me see your activity. You have a filling between, where's my outer mark? Trevor, hold your hand up. Okay, Scully's people, back up. All the people, back up. Guys, we're making a hard line. Okay, guys, face me. Face me. Okay, look at it. Back up. Please raise your hands. Put your hand in the air. You have a diagonal line between these two. Yep. So turn